Bizarre.
Hey! Welcome to the Bi-Geekly Weekly, twice the geek, once a week. We are your hosts,
Mark Selby.
And I'm Davey. Tonight's show is all about Blizzard. This month, Hearthstone drops a brand new expansion, and recently the next expansion for World of Warcraft was announced. As always, we'll also be bringing you some geekly news. The Bi-Geekly Weekly is part of the Blizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and other goodies at Blizzarp.com, and that's Bizzarp.com. You can also email us at feedback@Blizzarp.com. So, Mark, how's your week been going? How's things?
All right.
Yeah?
Not too shabby. Nothing exciting, really. Besides my son came home from visiting my parents.
Yeah.
And that's actually been pretty fun. I forgot how exhausting it was.
I couldn't imagine being away from Danny for that long.
Yeah. We're not going to let that happen again, I don't think.
No?
No, that was a little too long.
All right. Well, my weekend's been interesting.
You quit your goddamn job.
Yeah. I got a new job start, this week.
That's starting on Monday?
And, yeah.
Nice.
I just up and quit my old job.
And
it feels amazing.
I can't wait to go in there on Monday and everyone will be like, so you knew? Calm your shit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm just going to tell him, I was like, I knew he was going to put in his 2 weeks. The whole quitting thing was completely out of the blue.
Okay.
It'll work out.
Unless someone from work listens to this, I guess.
Fuck them. They know how I feel about them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so I guess let's jump into the topics here. So Hearthstone's new expansion comes out sometime this month. They haven't said when, just August. But it's called the Grand Tournament. And looks pretty good.
All the hype. All of the hype.
It's really cool seeing all the new cards that are coming out and everything.
Yeah, I like how they're revealing them.
You can vote for one that comes out just based on the artwork.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
But they're making a new mechanic called Inspire.
Which is awesome. I like how that's based off of your hero power. Every time you use your hero power, any cards with Inspire just activate.
Yeah, and it looks like it's they already have it set up for some pretty cool combos.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm loving these new cards so far. I'm a little upset about Aviana being a Druid class card. I was hoping that would be a neutral, just like Legendary or Epic, but that's alright.
Yeah.
Aviana's the one that all your minions cost 1.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for the combo of like for the Mage, the 2 cards, the Legendary Koldara Drake. You can use your hero power, any number of times. Combined with Fallen Hero, your hero power deals 1 extra damage.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So you can just blast things for 2 damage just as many times as you want, as many times you have mana.
Yeah.
I really like this, the legendary Justicar True Heart.
Yes.
Replace your starting hero power with a better one.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those are pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't looked at all of them, but those are definitely fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean, if you play her on a Warlock, your card draw thing doesn't use any life, so you just pay 2, draw a card.
Right, and actually Warlock has a Epic or Legendary that does the same thing. Where is he? His name is Wilfred Fizzlebang. Cards you draw from your hero power cost 0. Well, so you'll still take damage, but the card you draw costs 0. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy legendary. 'Cause, I mean, you could pull something else that costs 6 or something and just play it immediately.
It's like, oh, hey, look at this. I just pulled a fucking Frost Giant that costs 10. Boop. Free! Yep. Yeah, there's going to be some crazy-ass combos of this.
What about the Joust mechanic that they've not really called Joust,
It's
but you reveal a random minion in each deck, and if yours costs more, you get something.
Yeah. I like that idea. I probably won't utilize it as much as I probably should, but it is a cool idea. If you're using it, you're gonna want more high cost cards, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And that's no modifications or anything. So like a giant that costs 8, just because it gets reduced from number of cards in your hand or whatever, it'll cost 8.
Yeah.
But there's some ones with really good abilities, like Master Jouster.
Yeah.
If you win the joust, it gains Taunt and Divine Shield, and it's a 5/6.
Yeah, that's pretty nutso, actually.
Or Armored Warhorse. If you win the joust, it gets Charge, and he has 5 attack.
Yeah.
So I wonder if decks will try to really utilize that, or if they'll just kind of be
come and
certain
go
minions just kind of used.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that they don't just call it Joust.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even honestly sure where the joust part came from. Like,
I've just been
seen that as a mechanic.
Online, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense. But yeah.
It's almost like they want to have mechanics without having too many named.
Yeah. So,
but I don't think it would be that bad.
A little more on the Grand Tournament, though. There's going to be 132 new cards. Cards are found in new type of card pack, separate from Classic and Goblins versus Gnomes. They are going to cost 100 gold. I know me and you were talking about this before, Davey. But they will cost 100 gold. Or you can pay with real money, similar to the pricing structure for a normal pack. And if you pre-purchase for $50 or €34.99, they'll give you 50 card packs, and it gives you the Triumphant card back.
Oof.
But you can only do it once per account.
I wouldn't want to drop $50.
No, that's not my bag.
Yeah,
I'll just save my gold.
What about this other news that the ranked rewards are going to be better?
Oh yeah, give you more incentive to not stop at 20.
Yeah. So every level you go past 20, you build up rewards, and at the end of the month you get a chest for how far you got. It looks like some of the rewards are pretty sweet. Like you get golden cards from it, and a bunch of dust and stuff. It's just a nice little bonus.
Yeah, it'll definitely make me rethink, stopping at 20. It makes me more interested in trying to get as far as I can.
Yeah, and that it'll kind of encourage more competitive play, I guess.
Yeah. I don't really have much else on there. They're adding the pack reward at the arena at the end of your run will now be randomized between the 3 different packs.
I thought you could choose.
No, it's apparently randomized. But,
wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it makes more sense that way, though.
I suppose.
I mean, that way, no.
But
I don't know. But, yeah. The only thing I have to say else is they're doing maintenance on the 11th. It's going to take at least 4 hours. Maybe they'll just surprise Grand Tournament.
Yeah, I don't know if they would do that. Like, that seems...
Yeah, that doesn't seem
really
like
weird.
them. It doesn't really seem like, how they are. But that would be so cool. It's like, here you go.
Yeah, I think it's weird that they still haven't announced the date, at least.
I know, we're already a week into August. Only a couple weeks left. Unless it's going to be like, oh, it's on the last day of August.
Yeah.
Middle finger.
Alright, so in other Blizzard news, WoW Legion was announced. The next World of Warcraft expansion.
Yes, and as one who doesn't play WoW, I was like, okay, I'll look at it, but whatever.
Right.
And then I saw what it was about, and got really excited because while I've never really played, I've had a couple friends who, when they were really excited when, like, was it the first or second expansion, Burning Legions or Burning Crusade came out, and I watched them play a lot, and I really dug all the lore and the story that went into it, and it just was super cool. So I kind of got excited, and if I had the money to play WoW, I would play WoW just for this, just get more information on this stuff and just be immersed in it.
The Burning Crusade is like considered the biggest, the most, I don't know, definitive WoW expansion. Yeah. People love the shit out of it, and they're trying to bring that back. Which, I mean, it's cool that the storyline's coming back, but it seems like they're rehashing a lot of stuff. Like Illidan might come back. He was the final boss for the Burning Crusade. It's weird that this is coming out so soon, though.
Yeah, and a lot of people are really like, well, are they getting desperate? I mean,
it seems so.
I know they're at like 7.1 million subscribers now or something like that. And while that's like way more successful than any other MMO I know of, it's not as good as it used to be, which I think the highest it was like 12 million. So
I believe 13
million? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that, higher up range. Almost double what they are now.
Right.
And I think they're trying to just like keep the players they have, maybe draw in some of their older players that set it aside, and I don't know, just at the same, from what I've seen, it looks like a good move to me.
Yeah, they lost. Apparently, they lost 2.9 million subscribers in the first quarter this year.
Oh wow!
And that's the biggest subscriber loss in a 3-month period since the game launched.
Wow!
So I think they had this in the works, and it was going to come out later or something. But then I think they just rushed it.
Right.
Just put something out there to draw people in.
Hopefully, they didn't rush it too hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I dropped WoW during Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
It got boring.
Yeah, that's what I've seen a lot of people complaining about, how it's kind of just dull. And they actually kind of addressed that at Gamescom this year, saying that the dungeons and raids of the past recently have been just kind of like shoved in there, and they haven't really paid attention to it. And a lot of people have complained about that. And so in this new one, there's new raids, new dungeons, and they put heavy work into it, hoping to make the fans happier.
Yeah. And the new hero class that they announced, Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Have you looked into them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people, or should I?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So with Demon Hunters, they're also known as Illidari, and are disciples of Illidan Stormrage.
Right.
They embrace like fell and chaotic magics. They believe that wielding these powers from demons that they've slain are necessary to combat the Burning Legion.
Mm-hmm.
As such, since they are like based off of the first war, and that was mainly elves, if not only elves, they're only playable by night elves and blood elves.
Okay.
Are the only races that can become demon hunters. They have some pretty cool features, though. Have you checked out the features?
Yeah, they can double jump.
Yeah, they can double jump, vault in and out of battle, and they have like these really giant wings apparently that they can like glide downwards and like do surprise attacks on enemies.
Yeah,
that's pretty badass. And then they have metamorphosis ability where they can transform into these demon-like forms, and that'll help them with like their tanking, or if you're more defensive, you'll get more supportive auras to help your comrades.
Yeah.
They have another ability that just gives them really high melee damage, so that's definitely tank wise there. And then they have a spectral sight, so apparently they're blind.
Yeah.
But not out. Demon hunters have like an augmented magical sight to locate enemies, and what's cool is like they can see they can see enemies behind obstacles.
I'm really curious how that's going to work out.
Yeah,
in terms of gameplay.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have like a vision, like when you die and you have that misty white vision. I wonder if it's gonna be similar to that when you're playing, and they'll just be like enemies highlighted in the distance.
I don't know, but it kind of bugs me that this is going to be another tank class, like it's DPS/tank. So the last 3 classes that they've made, besides the original classes, have all been able to tank.
Right.
So why why can't this just be just a straight up DPS class? I think it could be cool as like a really quick mixture between warrior and rogue, jumping around, but able to do,
Yeah. Everybody loves to be a tank.
Yeah. So they're also releasing artifact weapons.
And those are actually pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, so you get an artifact weapon apparently, and as you level up, it levels up with you.
Yeah. There's 36 different artifact weapons, so one for each class specialization, that you attain by completing unique quests. And like they have their own they level up and they have their own skill trees. So you can choose how they level up as well, doing different things. So far that I know, the only 2 that they've shown are Ashbringer and Doomhammer.
Yeah. I really like all the different designs for Ashbringer.
Yeah. Which is another thing, is each weapon has like several designs and skins, so that not everyone has the same weapon.
What's interesting about this is from what I've read on Icy Veins, you have the artifact weapon, and that you don't get weapon drops from.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the weapon you have. That's the weapon you're going to stay with. And but I wonder if that's gonna be throughout, even in the end game. Because end game, there's a lot of weapons that they release and stuff. But
right. So they're basically like, here's your artifact. So say you have Ashbringer. This is my Ashbringer. There are many like it, but this one is mine. But yeah, there's a new continent, Broken Isles,
which apparently is on. It's just on the home planet, just on Azeroth.
Yeah.
Which is weird because where was this continent before? Was it just kind of always there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'd have to find out when it comes out.
Northrend was always there. The continent you went to on Wrath of Lich King.
Oh yeah.
Alliance and Horde just didn't chill up there.
Until it was too late. New level cap. You can go up to 110 now.
Yeah. They're just going to keep pumping that level cap.
Oh my god.
I remember hearing rumors that they were going to stop at 100.
Well, those rumors were just rumors. 110 level cap. Fuck it. Make it 150.
So, moving on to the geekly news. Apparently, Wally West is going to appear in Season 2 of Flash.
Yeah.
They have officially cast him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have Kid Flash.
Eventually Kid Flash, but yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers. I didn't know this, but apparently in the new 52 DC, Wally West is actually black.
Yeah, and that's a step in the right direction, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yes, more diversity, please.
Yeah. But it looks like they cast this guy named Keenan Lonsdale to play Wally West, who I've never heard of him, but
Yeah, I see he's in the Insurgent movie, but I haven't watched those movies, so
yeah,
though
not my thing.
I can say I'm kind of interested because I saw like a trailer where it looked like she punched a person through a fucking building, and I was like, what?
Yeah, but I'm not really interested in his movies like that. And the Maze Runner, like
Yeah.
just a more tweeny Hunger Games.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off track. Yeah, Wally West in Flash season 2.
Yeah, I wonder how he's going to be related to the rest of the West family.
Yeah, I don't know, because I did a big no-no and haven't watched the finale, so I don't know how they're...
I haven't seen the finale either of season 1.
So I don't have any idea on how they're going to set up season 2, if it's going to be like a future, like a time skip kind of thing. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. I guess there's all that there is to say about that. So, in other news, Ben Affleck might be starring in 3 Batman standalone movies now.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I guess Batman vs Superman is pretty good.
I guess. I can respect Ben Affleck with this. He's taking this role very seriously, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna do Batman vs Superman, and then after that, Suicide Squad, and then Justice League, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, and then Ben Affleck's writing and directing a Batman film, and it might just get bigger from there. Apparently, Warner Brothers is in love with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, they're saying that he's now the definitive Batman.
Yeah.
Which we'll see, Warner Brothers.
We'll see. I mean, he's got the physique, but we'll have to see how his actual character is.
Well, and it seems like now they want everything to be kind of revolving around Batman in the DC, which you kind of see that coming.
Yeah.
They latch on to Batman hard because he sells.
He sells really well, and that's what they're there for. They want the monies.
I know, it just gets annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I think I could dig a trilogy with this Batman, just based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it might not be too bad, actually.
I like the angle they have on it, that it's not like the Dark Knight, the Christopher Nolan trilogy, where they were trying to be super realistic and what would the Joker be like in real life and everything. They're just going, it's more comic booky.
Yeah. And I like how it's not another one of those, like, I'm Batman. This is my tragic story.
Yeah, we don't need to see the origin story again. I'm sad that it's even going to be a flashback.
Is there even going to be a flashback?
It looks like it. They're in the trailer. You can see a little scene where his parents get shot.
Well, I mean, that's kind of almost like quintessential now. But yeah, it's whatever. I like how they're doing this now, where it's like, this is Batman, like, years into it. He's got experience.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to just jump into Batman.
Yeah, it's like, hey everyone, you know who Batman is. Now here's Batman. And,
right.
And watch him be a badass. Go.
I'm telling you, man, I wish they did that with Spider-Man. They could just reboot Spidey, but have him be like 10 years into the job already.
Yeah. That would be sweet.
Alright, well, that pretty much wraps it up for this show, I guess.
Yeah, we don't have too much in the news part, really.
And there hasn't been any really huge announcements.
No.
Comic-Con ended and just kind of like plummeted.
Gamescom
on the news side
came in and it was like, oh, Blizzard is wrecking everything. Haha!
Yeah. So, we like to end each show with a little quote, based on geekiness or whatever. And this week's quote is, "The substance of what it means to be a geek is essentially someone who's brave enough to love something against judgment, The heart of being a geek is a little bit of rejection. That's from Felicia Day. This has been the Bi-Geekly Weekly, a part of Starp Network. Until next time, live long and prosper.